Hey, hi, this is Marco, and in this video I'm going to talk how I stopped the struggle of waking up early and being tired in the morning. Because yes, it was a struggle and it went for a long time. I tried so many different things. I tried really a lot of stuff and nothing helped. And it went on for ages. At one point, even exhausting myself during my CrossFit training did not help because even then I couldn't rest enough or sleep well enough to be really rejuvenated in the morning. It was really a combination of how well I slept during the night, how tired I was when going to bed, and in what form, in what shape I woke up in the morning. Now, back in the days when this was happening, I had a day job, a normal job, where I had to wake up pretty early. And I woke up at about 5 a.m. and after work I went to my training, CrossFit training. And in between, some days a week, I went to school because I was studying at that point in time. I was doing my bachelor. So I had a lot of stuff on my plate. And this was because I wanted to move on and really do something, but I couldn't get my rest well enough, or I couldn't rest the way I wanted in order to really feel energized in the morning. So at night, going to bed and trying to fall asleep wasn't an easy thing, although I was dead tired, because waking up early and feeling drained and not full of energy is not because the night was short, but the quality of the night was not okay, and also the quality during the day. Although I slept the whole night, it didn't help. So there was a missing link. I could sleep the whole night and not feel well in the morning or tired, or I could sleep the whole night and still not feel well, or just breaking up the night. I think I said the whole night twice. Whatever. The fact was, even after a fully packed day and really putting myself into whatever I was doing, the rest was not quality wise the best. And with time, I got even some health issues, blood pressure was going crazy, and even more things started to happen. It started to influence my efficiency at work. And also, problems arise with different relationships I had at my job, with friends, with my partner, whatever. The whole loop, basically. Everywhere there were things not working right. And this was really because I wasn't rested. I wasn't able to give my best or be in a really high energy level, really giving it all. And the worst feeling that I got was that I started to think that something is wrong with me. So, where in reality nothing was wrong, everything was perfectly fine. But I didn't know that at that point in time because I did not understand why these things happened. I did not get where that came from, and I tried different things. I tried many things that did not help. They helped perhaps on a short-term basis, but they didn't get rid of the fact that in the morning I was tired, regardless of how much I slept. So it took me a pretty long time to figure it out, what was the root cause. And even then, it took me a longer time to implement it. Now, that's crazy because I thought back then, if I can understand what's wrong, what's not right or what's wrong with me. That was the thought that was really scary. I thought if I could understand what the process is or why this was happening, it would solve the problem. But it didn't. Understanding what was going on didn't solve the problem. So it's really not about understanding why we are getting tired or we are tired in the morning. It's more than that. Of course, we have to understand it in order to change something, but the understanding phase is just the first step. The rest of the steps we have to implement. So this was a key moment, and that's why I want to start to explain what was going on, and we have to look into ourselves, because the core thing starts within ourselves, because everything starts with us. So once we understand what role we play in the whole process, because it's us who are tired, it's me who is tired in the morning when I wake up. So something within me is not going according to how I want it, right? So we have to look at what is going on within us. And then when we understand that, we can look at what we can do. So the first thing, let's get to understand why we are tired in the morning. And the cause might be obvious or not that obvious. Now I will go back pretty much all the way back to the root cause, or better to say the process, how this influences our resting phase during night. Now, I want to bring in here this little stick person. I will explain it based on this stick person to make it really short and simple, and so that you have a visual. Now, this stick person represents our mind. Our mind is divided in three parts. The first two parts are in the upper circle. It's our conscious mind, upper part of the circle, and the subconscious mind, lower part on the circle. And the third part is our body, which is here below. Now, our mind, conscious and subconscious, are connected with our body. Precisely, our subconscious is connected to our body, meaning that our body, the thing we live in, is the tool of our subconscious mind. Our subconscious mind has full control over our body. Okay. Our mind, which is the upper part, which is divided in conscious and subconscious, the subconscious part of our mind is the mind that gathers information. This is the part of the mind that we learn with. This is the part of the mind where logic is, where we can logically think, right? So this part of the mind is also hooked up to our environment, to the world we live in, right? Like I live in a house, and I live in a country, in a city. So I am getting these information through our five senses. We can see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. So through our five senses, we can perceive our physical world. We can perceive what's going on around us. Now, everything that's outside of our skin, it's the outside world. Everything else is the inside. That's kind of the differentiation that I make. So everything that we gather from the outside world, we gather through these five senses. Now, what has this to do with waking up in the early and being tired? It's the following. When we go to bed and we lay down, oftentimes our mind, especially our conscious mind, keeps on working. We are having thoughts that keep on coming. And it's a continuous, really a continuous flow of thoughts. Now, these thoughts are more often than less negative. What do I mean with that? The thoughts themselves are not negative, but they cause us to feel frustrated, angry, whatever, because we think about situations from the day or circumstances or what happened, what somebody said, or what we did wrong. All these thoughts trigger different emotions, which put us into a low state of vibration, meaning we feel frustrated, worried, doubtful, angry, anxious, scared, fearful, whatever. These are all negative emotions because they cause us to not feel good, right? The opposite of not feeling good. Those emotions are causing us to not feel good. By thinking such thoughts or allowing such thoughts to go through our mind before we fall asleep or even during the whole evening, they are triggering thoughts that do not make us feel good. So we go to bed and those thoughts are coming and we fall asleep. Now, because our mind is set up with our conscious and subconscious mind, whatever we are thinking in the evening, during the night, is shifting into our subconscious mind. Now, our subconscious mind is the emotional part of our mind. It's called the emotional part because right in here, all our emotions reside. Our subconscious mind communicates with us through emotions. If the subconscious mind gets information, certain information that we might have given it to it, that information triggers a feeling. And this is how we feel, because the subconscious mind is connected to our body. Our subconscious mind tells us how we are going to feel. So during the night, every thought that we have shifts and travels into our subconscious mind. Now, during the night, our subconscious mind has a lot of work to do. This is when we speak at night, or we walk during the night, or do crazy things, or have even a very active night where we don't sleep calmly. We turn around, we perhaps wake up in the middle of the night several times, then fall back asleep. Or even if we sleep the whole night without waking up, our subconscious mind is really processing all that information, everything that has happened during the day and what was going on during the night. And the things that we were thinking about that made us frustrated, that situations, circumstances, whatever that made us angry, upset, fearful, anything, any topic that triggered such emotions is not supportive when we go to sleep, because it flows and shifts down into your subconscious mind. Now, how do we know when we have thoughts that are not supporting us to feel good? Because the moment we have a thought that is not positive, we feel a certain emotion. It might be worry, it might be fear or doubt. These feelings might arise. And this is really a reminder for us. Oh, I'm thinking about something that makes me feel like that. Okay, I have to shift. I have to shift my feeling. I have to shift what I'm thinking about first. Now, all of this, everything that I've explained up up to this point is a totally normal process. This is how our mind works, and these are the steps how we trigger feelings. And this is pretty much a normal process. This is how everything is connected. Now, once we understand this, we can take specific actions for remedying how we wake up. Now, as I said, just bear with me. This is the process how our mind works. And this is why when we go to bed with heavy thoughts meaning thoughts about situations, circumstances, happenings during the day or in that time that are not making you feel good, or that you have to deal with them, right? It might be a relationship, business-wise, financial stuff, health, whatever that is. So regardless of the thought, if these thoughts are making you not feeling good, if they are making you feeling frustrated, bad, any kind of negative emotion, then it's really that process that's in action. Now, in order to wake up early and feel energized and motivated, we can do something. And you can implement an easy evening routine that will influence your thought process, and it will influence it in a way that it will help you rest during the night properly. Meaning that when you go to bed, before you fall asleep, before you put your head on the pillow, you go through this process, you go through this routine. And you can do all of this or just one. You can pick one every night, whatever. But if you do it consistently, it will help you. Now, step one, the first thing. Read your goal and see yourself already having achieved your goal. Now, if you don't have a goal, set a goal that you are following in your life. Set a goal that makes you really feel good. Set a goal that you really want to achieve. It might be a health goal. It might be a financial goal. It might be a business goal. It might be a team goal. Regardless, but having a goal that you want to follow and that you want to look forward to the next day to be working on it. By thinking about that and being basically in the goal as if you've already achieved it. For example, if you want to run the 100-meter distance in 10 seconds, then see yourself standing at the finish line, looking up the board where the time is being measured and seeing 10 seconds you've done it. Like this kind of situation. This is what you want to see yourself in. And do this regularly. Number two, the second thing that you can do. Think of as many things as possible that you're grateful for today. What are you grateful for today? Everything that has happened today, what are you grateful for? And think of as many things as possible. As you can see, even these two steps push you to focus on something good, something that you want. Positive thoughts will cause positive feelings. Now, I will explain a little bit more what happens then. The third and the final step that I want to share today with you is think of as many things as possible what you did well today. Which things did you well today? But only those things that you did well. That's very important. Don't be critical. Don't criticize yourself. Don't blame yourself. Don't feel guilty. Important. You focus only what you did well. And you're grateful for that. So these are 3 things that you can do as an evening routine. Now, practice these steps every night before going to bed, before going to sleep. And it should be consistently. Every day, put a reminder, an alarm clock before going to bed, or put a list of things beside your bed so that it reminds you, oh, I have to do this. They will have a deep effect on your subconscious mind because it will make you relax. When you think about something that you really like and are looking forward to, it gives you a feeling of relaxation. If you put yourself into that picture as if it's already here, as if you've already achieved it, it will calm you down. And the more you think about it, the more you focus on it, because what you think about, you give energy to, meaning what you think about, you are focusing on. And the more you focus on something positive, the more you will feel positive. And what's more positive than the things that you want? And that's such an amazing thought. If you want to have an even faster and stronger effect on how well you are resting during the night and waking up strong, energized, and motivated, do these exercises during the day as well. 1-2 times. And they shouldn't take more than 5, maximum 10 minutes. That's a lot, 10 minutes. I guess about 2 to 3 minutes, that should be perfectly fine. You can spend more time with that if you like it, and if you want to have an even deeper connection with that, you're perfectly fine. You can go longer. However, the most important thing is doing it consistently every day. That's more important than the length, how long you are doing it. So this is exactly what I am doing. And I do the exercises in the morning and during the day. And when I go to bed, when I put my head on the pillow, I think about my goals and all these things that I've shared with you. And sometimes I do more of them, sometimes I do less. It really depends, but I do them regardless. And it has really helped me to stop overthinking. You know, when you go to bed and thoughts come and you overthink and there's no stopping, this helped me stop that. So this is what I do, and I made it a habit. This is how you make it automatically, how you create an automatic behavior in your life, making it a habit. And you do this by doing it and practicing it consistently. Are you up for a try? So let me know how it goes. And if you find this information valuable, let me know by liking this video. This is Marco. Thank you for watching and liking.